Jeff.
Hey guys.
Jeff is coming in from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. So
we saw that you had a really busy day, Jeff.
oh yeah, yep. Presented up in Worcester. It was really a presentation. I was just hired to introduce the keynote speaker, so got paid $150 for that, and got the ball rolling with the Doug Flutie Foundation. So
I love it. Well, that picture that you posted, or that you text me, that's not my favorite photo of you. I hope you're okay that we're using that. It's such a wonderful photo of you.
thank you, Dana.
Yeah, I really love it.
Yeah. So Jeff is an advocate and he travels all over the country and has come to San Diego.
Nice to hear.
Say that again?
Nice to hear. Travels all over the world, which I like.
You like traveling too, Jay? Oh, can you?
I said, what's this one? He likes to. It's nice to hear that he travels all over the world, like I do.
Awesome. Where are some of the places that you travel to?
To Thailand and also to Korea and other states.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Jeff. He put in his Jeff put in his website to the chat if you want to check out his stuff on social media too. He posts a lot. But that's amazing that you've traveled to other countries. I think we should circle back to that for sure.
Yes.
I have more questions for you about that, but first, I kind of want to keep our format, and then I'll add everyone in as some people join in late, and we are recording this, Jay, so we'll post it on our YouTube channel. But for now, I'll skip over the Zoom rules for today because we have a small group. But we have a quick update from Autism Tree that I'll go into, and then I'll start asking you questions, Jay. So
Okay.
we have a quick update. We've reached over 700,300 people through our social media channels. We have 98 of these lunch and learns where we have different guest speakers each week already recorded and posted on our YouTube channel. And since January of this year, we've coordinated 170 family events. We're offering 19 programs, 13 are currently in person, and we have 480 videos on our YouTube channel. That's including our Lunch and Learns as well. This is actually our 99th Lunch and Learn today, Jay.
Oh my gosh, wait, don't turn that page. I gotta do a picture. Does it say that?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna do a photo and I'm gonna send it to our chairman. Everybody smile.
Jeez.
I love it.
So, and then I put together a little slide as well. That was a picture that we took with Jay and Supervisor Tara Lawson-Bremer and Chair of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors, Nathan Fletcher, who is how we learned about Jay. He was inspired to create Jay's program. And this year, we were able to meet with Supervisor Lawson-Bremer and create a neurodiverse workforce initiative in San Diego County. But I want to pass it over to Dana to share any more details about that. And then we'll meet our special guest speaker.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind keeping us in so I don't have to be big when I'm talking to you guys today, but yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I just am really, really blessed by what San Diego is doing. And I'm so excited about the Autism at Work panel this year more than ever. And Jay, you had a part, like I love that Rebecca put that slide together of everyone who helped that legislation get passed. The panel is going to talk about how that legislation came about and how how is the city of San Diego going to implement it. And so I think it's just going to be fantastic. And I'm really grateful for your role in showing that the county has hired a couple neurodiverse people. And I know you and Brian are really on the front line with wanting to say, this is incredible now that there is a bill that's passed to really have it be a more mass quantity. And how is that implementation going to happen? So if you haven't registered for our neuroscience conference, November 4th, please do. And even if you can only come to parts of it, that's okay. We are recording it, but I think coming the actual day of is optimum if you can. But I just can't say how blessed I am by the neuroscience conference. I've put 10 years in on this, on getting to where we are. And my son, Garrett, who was very involved with that bill and legislation, he is moderating the Autism at Work panel. And he's really verbal on how grateful he is that it got passed. And he didn't imagine that that would happen maybe for even another 10 years. So the fact that it has is a huge victory and a huge sign of just that what we talk about all the time is that we all have 724 trillion cells in our body, each of us. And it just truly makes everything possible. And so when we see things like this happening, it's just it's a reaffirmation that we can all make it happen. It just sometimes takes longer than we want, or sometimes we make a pivot and we do things different. Rebecca and I working together since Lisa moved and had her 2 babies. Lisa was with Autism Tree 12 years. So Rebecca and I have had to like really learn how to work together and pretty much pivot and be fluid every day during the pandemic. And I think what happened is we came out together stronger and more focused on together with you, with both of you right now, serving that next family. Jeff was doing that earlier today. In your advocacy, that's what you're doing. And Jay, that's what you're doing being here right now, is we're working together to serve those next families. And I thought it was pretty amazing. On the last Lunch and Learn we did, we had a mom calling from her car phone, and her 2-year-old had just got diagnosed. And so, I mean, I really can't overstate how important each Lunch and Learn is, because we record them and we use them as a resource. And Jay, we want to have more people doing Lunch and Learns that are on the autism spectrum. That's really important to Rebecca and I. And that's one thing we're dedicated to, is having at least one of our 4 Lunch and Learns that we do, usually monthly, we do 1 a week, be someone on the autism spectrum talking about what they're doing, where they're working, what they're passionate about, all those types of things. And that's how together we're united together serving that next family. So I want to thank both of you so much. And I want to welcome you here, Jay. And once again, say, I will never forget meeting you. And I will always be really, blessed that Nathan Fletcher introduced you. I thought he introduced you in such a rock star way. I don't know if you heard me tell that story, Jeff, but Nathan Fletcher, when he talked about Jay, he shared that Maria Shriver had called him and asked him to meet Jay. And I love that. And he just, I felt Jay gave you so much respect and appreciation. And it really, the way he introduced you made me want to meet you right away. So I'm happy you're here to meet everyone else at Autism Tree and get a big warm hug from the family that comes on today.
So Jay, I'd love to start it off. Why don't you introduce yourself by saying your full name and what your job title is?
I'm Jay Bariuan, and I'm an office assistant of County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher.
Mhm. And how long have you worked with Supervisor Nathan Fletcher?
2 years.
Wow. And do you work for him part-time?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. So what are some of the duties that you have at work?
It's uh uh putting in different organizations in an Excel, and also uh and also framing certificates.
Oh, that's great. Do you have any mentors in your professional life? Do you consider Nathan one of your mentors?
Yes.
Awesome. And do you have anybody else that you look up to? Any colleagues that you're close to?
Um yeah, Lauren.
Lauren. And what does Lauren do?
She's the she's another office assistant.
Okay. And she helps you every day when you're in the office?
She gives me tasks to do.
Okay, great. Awesome. So I have a it's a little bit of a personal question. Like, who inspires you? Do you have anybody who inspires you?
No.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. um, what is something you are very proud of that you've accomplished?
Um what I is that I what's this one? Is that I honor my word to have this job.
Mhm. Yeah. Awesome. What is something you find challenging about this job that you have?
Nothing.
That's awesome. You are confident. um, that's great. Do you what motivates you at work every day?
Um doing tasks.
Okay. Is there anything else that drives you? Or no?
No.
Okay. Um, what do you drive?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And so you drive to work every day.
I do.
What's some of the favorite things that you've done since working at this job over the past 2 years?
No particular favorite things.
Okay. Um, what's something like a skill that you would like to improve on?
Um um Nothing right now.
Maybe do you have a lot of do you have a lot of colleagues that you work with or that you're friends with?
Um no.
Okay. So you're really close with Lauren?
Yes.
Her every day? Okay. Awesome. And if you could have a career in anything, what would you do?
Excuse me?
If you could have a career in anything, what would you do?
If I have a career in anything, what would I do? Uh I would um work in an office and also do food services
Oh, okay. What kind of food service would you like to work in, a restaurant or in a hotel or?
in a restaurant.
Okay. What do you imagine yourself doing? Being a waiter or a dishwasher or
Um, a server.
server? Cool. I like that. Have you ever applied for those types of jobs?
Um, I'm I'm trying to right now.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, if we see any openings, we'll keep you in mind.
Thank you.
Uh,
Hey,
mhm.
there's a lunch and learn I want Rebecca and I to send you, and it's a man named Jim Liner, who used to be the director at Pioneer School in Ocean Beach, and then he was there for a really long time, and now he opened up a restaurant, and it's
Nice.
by Rob Field in San Diego, and it's called We Be OB.
Okay.
And he hires he has a neurodiverse workforce. That's why he opened it. And he's serving food that's kind of like the area that he's originally from, which is Pennsylvania. So he's like doing like cheese steaks and things like that. But I think it'd be great if you watched his lunch and learn, and you could reach out to him, and we could help you reach out to him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are you in San Diego, Jay?
Skips Ranch.
Okay. So it might be a little bit of a drive to OB. Do you like driving?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That's good.
Maybe you can Google it after you watch the lunch and learn, and you can go try the food there and see what you think.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So you said you love traveling.
Yes.
Do you have any family in the other countries, or why did you travel to those other countries?
We were stationed overseas. What we were stationed overseas. Back then.
Okay. So are you a military family?
Yeah, my dad is military. Was in the military.
Okay. Is he retired now, or is he still active?
Retired.
Okay. What branch was he in?
Air Force.
Oh, cool. So did you just travel to, and you lived there in the different countries?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So Korea and Thailand.
No, we visited Thailand though. We lived in Korea and Japan.
Wow.
Oh.
That's amazing. How long did you live there?
We lived in Japan for 2 years, and then Korea 7.5 years.
Whoa.
It's a long time. Do you speak any Korean or Japanese?
No, just words for Japanese, just words for Korean.
Okay. That's so cool. Wow.
I have
So
a question. Is that all right?
yeah,
What was
jump
your
in.
favorite thing about Japan?
Oh, yeah, good question. My favorite thing about Japan is the steam spa.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That sounds amazing. I would like that.
Yeah, it feels like you could pamper yourself.
It's yeah, it's in the bath steam bath spa.
Mm.
Nice. What about when you were in Korea? What did you like?
Oh, I like was on exploring to different places in the city.
Mm.
Yeah, I bet. That's supposed to be one of the best cities in the world, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Was there any things you did while sightseeing that were your favorite that stood out
Oh,
to you?
oh yeah. what's this one? Um, shopping and then shopping and then sightsee and different markets and malls. And when we went to Thailand, saw different provinces and also go to different markets in a province and sightsee the capital city.
Wow, that's amazing. So how long did you travel to Thailand for when you were visiting?
Oh, we went there on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Hmm. Aw, that
That's so
sounds beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Did you start any new traditions or something during those holidays
Um,
because you were in a different country?
I was on no Thanksgiving in Thailand though, but we just I had a Thanksgiving vacation over there just to spend Thanksgiving there. And then also Christmas is still the same tradition.
Mhm. That's awesome.
It's still Christmas. Yes, they have Christmas traditions there too.
Mhm. I traveled to Thailand when I was in college for a week when I was studying abroad in Indonesia for 6 months, but I traveled to Thailand for a week and the food there is amazing.
Oh yes, authentic.
Yeah. And their seafood especially.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. I remember, I think I did the same thing. I think I went to Thailand for Thanksgiving and I had Thai friends and no, it was Christmas. Yeah, and they ordered a big seafood meal for us. So
Nice to hear.
yeah, that's so awesome. You got to experience that.
Oh yeah.
You have a favorite food dish to eat?
Yeah, I like Thai food and uh Mexican food and American foods.
Mhm.
Well, you're in the perfect place for San Diego has the best Mexican food and American food.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any other vacations planned or travel plans coming up?
Um, not not right now.
What's your favorite restaurant to eat at when you go to work downtown at San Diego at the county building? Do you have a place you like to go to lunch at or breakfast at?
Uh, no.
What about,
To me,
what about dinner?
no, I didn't. Oh, in Skips Ranch, best peaches and brew. No, in Carmel Mountains, best peaches and brew.
Pizza. Nice.
Making me hungry.
I love it. So do you live with your family still?
I do,
Okay.
and I'm planning to move out, have an apartment from living by myself sometime in December.
That's great.
Yeah, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Jay, how old are you?
38.
Okay. Jeff, are you able to come on? I wonder if Jeff can come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
That's okay. I wonder, Jeff, how old are you right now?
33.
Okay. And how long have you been living in your own place? What is your place like? Like, is it a 1-bedroom apartment? Can you describe like to Jay where you live and how you found your place and what it's been like for you?
Well, it's a 1-bedroom apartment that is very close to very close to my day job. So, and I've been here for about 7 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's and my my apartment has a really nice has a really nice view of a pond back here, and so it's yeah, very, very nice. So
Jeff, what kind of advice might you be able to give Jay? Since Jay, will this be your first time living on your own?
Oh yes.
Okay. So it's nice because Jeff, you've been living there for 7 years.
Yes, yeah,
What advice might you be able to give Jay about that's been a big process for you to find your place and just make it your home? And like when I see Jeff, Jay, I feel like, he's at his place, and you can tell he's an Eagles fan, and he's made his home, like you can
Patriots
tell he's
fan.
at home. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
did I say the wrong team?
yeah, I'm from Patriots country, so
Sorry about that.
that's
I know you got your football stuff behind you. For some reason, I thought I was seeing an eagle wing. I'm sorry. Ooh, that's bad. Sorry, Jeff. I should know that. I know you're in Massachusetts, and I know the Eagles are in Philly, so that was a big error.
yeah. Mhm. But yeah, Jay, if I could give you a little bit of advice is, of course, the big thing is to kind of keep to yourself, in terms of safety. Just be aware, keep your door locked, and then also just make sure that your apartment is your home. You can do whatever you like with it. If you want to, theme it to the way you want to theme it, go on right ahead. I mean, it's, nobody's going to stop you from doing that. And also, and you could also set your own boundaries. If you want to go to bed at a certain time, you can do that. If you want to sleep in, if you want to, sleep in on your days off from work, you can do that. So it's just, it's basically just, build your own life.
Okay.
It gives, that's how having an apartment, it gives you a sense of independence. You can build your own life and make your own impact.
Okay.
Do you have a routine, Jay? Are you do you get up early or do you stay up late at night?
I what's this one? What's what's the one? Sometimes I stay up late at night till midnight.
Oh, wow. I'm a night owl too. Do you like sleeping in or do you still get up early?
I would still get up early for work, and then when I don't have work, I sleep in.
Okay, nice. And remind me how many days a week that you work?
2 days a week. Monday and Thursday with Nathan.
Mhm. Do you have any other jobs?
No, I don't.
So what do you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I have a trainer,
Oh,
a life coach.
oh wow, that's awesome. What does your life coach help you with?
With budgeting and then we walk together
Okay. Where do you go on walks?
on the park.
Okay, nice. And how often do you meet with your life coach?
2 days a week, Wednesday and Friday.
Okay, awesome. And when you guys get together, how long do you usually work together?
2 hours.
Wow, good for you, Jeff, or good for you, Jay.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I think that a lot of our community could benefit from a life coach. How did you find your life coach? Was that through the Department of Rehab?
Yes.
That's something that's really important that I feel like we should be teaching our families how to do that.
Mhm.
Was it hard to go through the Department of Rehab? Did you do it yourself? Like,
No,
did you contact?
did it. My parents contact the regional center and then contacted the I San Diego life coaching company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, it'd be really nice to meet your life coach sometime, Jay, because I think that could help a lot of other people.
Oh yes.
Do you think that you would want to introduce your life coach to other people? Do you feel like your life coach has helped you?
Oh yes.
What is the big thing that probably other people should know? How has the life coach, do you feel, helped you?
I learned how to cook
Mhm.
and then taught me how to budget.
Okay, you said that, yeah. That's
Yeah.
important. Yeah. I think everyone could benefit from that. I could benefit for both those too. I might need to borrow your life coach. No, but in all seriousness, that's really fantastic. That's going to help you do really great when you move out to your apartment. Jeff, have you ever had anyone help you with life skills in the process of being on your own for 7 years?
Well, I did have a job advisor on the employment level, but I didn't really have a life coach per se. So I really kind of had to learn these things on my own. I mean, I honestly, I've never really had the never been in a situation where I really do need a life coach, but looking back now, I think I should have gotten one, especially when it comes to like getting out of high school and transitioning. So that was really the time where I really, could have had a life coach and a job advisor at the same time. So
Mm-hmm. What job are you doing now, Jeff?
my day job is I'm a porter for Stop and Shop supermarkets. So that's a 2 day a week job, and then of course my main job is my advocacy and public speaking. So
Yeah. What did you say you do at the stop the
I'm a porter janitor.
okay. Awesome. Well, I think this is really valuable to talk about because that I think our goal is always to help people keep moving forward. And Garrett even talks about that, Jeff, in Autism Advanced. He's always just wanting to see everybody help them. What is the next thing you want to do? And I know that was very helpful, Jay, when you said you want to work in a restaurant. Is there any other kind of jobs, Jeff, that you're really interested in, or careers that you're really interested in? I know you're doing a phenomenal job with being an advocate.
I mean, it's I like, of course, public speaking, is a big one. And being, of course, with the Flutie Foundation means that they're going to help me get like paid speaking engagements. Just freelance, public speaking jobs, that sort of thing. And it's really not about being in one place forever. Sometimes it's good to, bounce from place to place and, just, build your network, build your community and all that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's just nice if you ever have something that is interesting to you. Yesterday, I was touring a ranch that out here in Las Vegas that some kids live at, and there's many different reasons why. And I was really inspired by it. Kind of felt like in a transition, like you talked about high school, like for someone to feel maybe like they're going to college. Though most of these kids they're younger than that, but a lot of teenagers. And I met this young man, and he was telling me that he wants to become a mortician. And I don't think the executive director that runs the ranch knew that. And he actually is trying to take embalming classes. I wasn't clear if he's already taking them or he wants to take them, but we had like this whole conversation about how he wants to be a mortician. And I noticed that the executive director of the ranch was very interested, but didn't know that he wanted to do that. And so that's why this is all organic, but I think it's really, really good for us to talk about if people have an interest in something, because we happen to know a guy who opened Weeby Obi and did a lunch and learn on it. And that's once again why these lunch and learns are such an incredible resource too, because we can give you that, Jay, and you can watch it before you meet Jim, which is very powerful and important to do that. But I just organically want to encourage everyone, when they're interested in a job or a career, I think it's really important to sort of plant that seed. And I kind of am planting that seed as the executive director of Autism Tree, like, I would like to know what our community's, interested in. And, if you don't put it out there and nobody knows, Jay, then we would have never brought it up, that we might, our whole goal all the time is to open doors so that we can keep advancing all of us, even as an organization. And that's why we do so many different types of events. That's why we have so many different programs, because, we just never know what family, what person who's neurodiverse is going to have that sort of aha moment. And we've seen it happen time and time again at all the different programs we do. But, for everybody, it takes a while. Like when you really look at EC is our pillars. First, we embrace the family, right? And then we are connecting them. Like what happened just now, we want to connect you, Jay, to Jim Liner. I've known Jim Liner forever too. This is another important thing I want to share with you. I personally do not connect someone to somebody I don't know. I mean, I know Jim so well, and that's very important to me. I take it very serious that we really, really know the people that we're connecting someone to. That's just kind of everything, right? That's why I love that blue book. I don't have it. I don't know if you do, Rebecca, but in our office, Lupe, grab the looking out for each other. In our office, if you come visit our office in La Jolla, we always take pictures by this, looking out for each other. And that's why I just love that piece so much. It's beautiful, but it's also really important that we're always keeping our eyes out for each other. And I love that about Autism Tree. I feel that we all do that, but that kind of artwork kind of captures it. But, I think it's really important that we know our pillars that we're looking at every single day. And it even is applying right now is, embracing a family, connecting a family, and then empowering, right? We want to empower you, Jay, and see you get that job at a restaurant. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then, like what you're doing, Jeff is encouraging you. He's sitting there. He found his apartment. He's been living there 7 years, and he clearly has made it his home. So the advice he gave you is, I've loved it. I learned too. And that's the creating, right? Just like Jeff said, create the life that you want. And that is Autism Tree's 4 core pillars, EC. Embrace, create, empower. Nope. Embrace, connect,
Empower, create.
Yeah, create. And create is, the hardest thing for all of us, right? I mean, especially like anyone that has, as a parent and has a child, that's the hardest step, is just that long process to create. And also to feel secure and nurtured that when you want to create something new, like you do, Jay, you're working in Nathan's office, but you also want to work at a restaurant. So, it's that process of being able to go, yeah, I want to keep creating, and so I feel really encouraged by both of you that a lot of people can, I already know Jeff's been helping us build our lunch and learn for 99. You've been at most of them, Jeff. I give you complete ownership that you've helped build the lunch and learn library that we have. But, it's really important. I think what we're gearing up to do next year. So I encourage you, Jay, to join our lunch and learns like Jeff does. I think it's really important. And I think that, the more interactive Jeff usually is very interactive and contributing. And you don't have to feel pressure, but if you have something that can help someone else, like Jeff just did, it's extraordinarily important. And what I see is that you are very inspirational for this new bill and this new legislation, because you can tell that person that might go work for the county, yeah, I worked there for 2 years, and who you worked with, and that it was a good experience, right?
Right.
So that's super powerful.
Oh yeah.
I have seen you in the corner, and I don't know if we met before. How do you say your name?
Lee.
Oh, I like that.
You can call me G.
G? Oh, good. I like that. Thank you. Have we met before?
I participated some of the lunch and learns.
Yeah. Are you a parent?
Yes.
Oh, can you share with us a little bit about anything you want? And maybe you can say whatever you'd like to Jay, who's our speaker today.
Oh, okay, so excuse me, my English, my first language is Korean. I lived in Korea until 28 and came to study here and met my husband. And I have a 5th grader who has autism.
I lived in Yongsan for 7.5 years.
I'm sorry?
I lived in Yongsan for 7.5 years.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that area. And I'm glad that to hear that you had a good time in Korea.
I did.
I love this right now. This is amazing. Like, we want to be a global community, and this is just beautiful.
Where did you live in Korea, G?
Seoul.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. And I feel like this year we have so many connections to Korea, just because we also had an intern, Rachel, who I'm sure you might have seen on our past lunch and learns. She was from Korea, and she's currently studying here at Cal State Fullerton. But yeah, it's amazing. What are the chances? You have a 5th grader. Is it a son or daughter?
Son. Yes.
What's his name?
His name is Robert.
Okay.
These days it's kind of hard for him to adjust to school, and I was like, I couldn't see like bright future. I was like a little devastated, but seeing Jeff and Jay doing so well, living by themselves, gives me a little bit of hope, and I'm really glad to. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm crying. I feel so proud of you, Jay and Jeff. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Gee, is there anything you could share with us about your son? Like, what's your son like, and maybe what he's interested in, or what he's good at?
Yeah, he loves coding and games. Yes, that's his special interest, and we're trying to like connect that to like social interactions with other kids, but he still has hard times. And I believe that like all of the kids have their own difficulties, and like, yeah, as I said before, like looking at change, I've really, keeps me like power to go on.
Yeah, we've had Rebecca and maybe even Lupe can speak to it. We did a gaming event. Do you want to tell G about that, Rebecca or Lupe?
Yeah, so I'm sure, has he come to our coding programs before online?
Yes, he participated 2 of them, and he was keep saying, I know, he was like trying to dominate the answering part, so I had to like.
That was a lot. He was like, I'm too advanced for this. Is that it?
Yeah, he got too scared of like, he said, I don't want to participate anymore because I'm afraid that I'm gonna answer so many times. So I was like, okay, we'll back off a little bit. Yes.
Well, he's always welcome back if he wants to keep creating those connections. But I think maybe Lupe, we met with another intern. His name is Sean Kim, and he actually lives in Los Angeles County, but he does as a job, he teaches people coding. So he's a little bit more advanced, and he does take on individual students. If that's something that your son is interested in, I can possibly talk to him. He's a high schooler, and he's really sweet, and he's really good at doing one-on-one as well.
Oh, yeah, that would be really nice.
I love that. This is what we're talking about right now.
Yes.
Embracing, connecting, empowering. Like, I love it. Yeah.
I actually have question but to Jay and Jeff. Like, I'm concerned about the life skills that he's having a hard time, you know, like to advance, like cooking, you know, like cleaning and organizing and everything. I was wondering like how Jeff and Jay are managing it.
Oh, how managing is that I keep when after I done cooking, what's this one? I wash the dishes right away, and then it's not hard.
Mhm. Do you have anybody help you, or do your parents remind you to wash the dishes, or do you know that you wash your dishes right after you eat, or?
Oh,
What
I
if-
know I wash right after each.
Okay. And what about you, Jeff?
Well, I actually use a dishwasher. So like once it gets, you know, fully loaded, then I'll run the dishwasher, and takes about, you know, whatever amount of time, and then one day a week my folks will come over and they'll just kind of like, you know, deep clean and
Mhm.
things of that sort. And but yeah, and then I do laundry. I also have a washer and dryer, whereas, you know, probably everybody in my apartment, you know, doesn't have one. So I'm very lucky. So I use I use the washer and dryer and that sort of thing. And then I also cook my own meals. I have a George Foreman grill in my apartment as well. You know,
Nice.
I
Yeah.
cook, you know, grilled meals and
That's-
all that. So, you know, it's
Awesome. So, G, we also have, we did a past lunch and learn with Sarah Kesty, and she's an executive functioning expert. And so she helps a lot with people and doing life skills and executive functioning. If there's anything that's like stopping them from doing that on a regular basis, she like helps guide them through the process. And she's also a school teacher, and she just has a big heart for helping families. So I recommend checking that video out if as well.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we can forward. Do you have G's email?
Yeah, we do from,
Forward it to you.
yeah, we can email it to you for sure.
Appreciate it.
Have any other questions, last minute questions for Jay and Jeff?
No, I just want to say congratulations. You know, like I have this image, like, yeah, I tend to think that everything is gonna be hard for him, but you know, it must have. I mean, even for me, like to manage the household stuff, it's hard, and you are on top of it, and you're like adventuring for jobs and stuff. It's yeah, just congratulations.
thank you.
See, I want to tell you, is your son 10 right now?
Yes.
Robert?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just sitting here trying to remember what Garrett was like at 10. My son's 22 now. I don't know if you've ever met him.
I think I've seen him talking. Like
Yeah.
learns.
Well, we have to meet him sometime, and maybe you can just ask him what he was like at 10 years old. I don't even know if he'd remember, but he was actively not wanting therapy anymore at 10 years old. That is when he kind of threw it down and was like, he doesn't want no more therapy because he had so much therapy in his life, you know, like 40 hours a week plus. And so, you know, I just look at the migration, and it was such a long process just to get where we are right now. My husband and I talk about all the time. It's like, for example, we never thought he would work out on his own. Never. I mean, it's not like he wouldn't, but it was just like, he likes to read and he likes to do a lot of things, but not work out. And essentially when he got a full-time job, he was calling his dad and going, how do you do this? Because he was so tired. And that's what got him working out. And that's what his dad used to always tell him. I work out because I can't manage my stress at work if I don't work out. He can't do it. He needs to work out so he can get through the day. And now he's 100%. He needs it. So it's just interesting that sometimes when you shift, Jay, and you move in an apartment, and like, I'm sure, Jeff, you went through lots of different phases, you know, and I like it when you're like, I have a George Foreman girl, you know, like, it's very empowering. It's like, this is how you do it. And Jay's maybe he'll get a George Foreman McGirl, or he'll come back and say, this is what I use, you know. I remember when I moved out, all I had was a salad shooter. I just used my salad shooter. When I met Todd, I was 28 and I had a toaster and a salad shooter. So I really wasn't able to make him dinner. I had to go buy a pan, and I made him dinner, and he turned it over and the pan said like $9.99 at Safeway. So, you know, I just think it's a lifelong process. And I just want you to know, I can't even barely remember Garrett at 10 years old. All I can tell you is you just keep overcoming and overcoming. And I think this Lunch and Learn right now is so incredibly valuable because you see Jay's moving out. Jeff has been living on his own 7 years, and this is the kind of thing we need to really bring forward. It's so important.
Yes.
Yeah, and just to know, G, that every day, I used to do this as a mom when I was in your place with a 10-year-old. I'm being sincere now. Every day, I legitimately tried with sincerity to say, what is something I could do today to help my son? Like, specific. And so you have to have, what is the biggest challenges again, and don't work on all of them. Just go, you know what, this is the big challenge right now, and I'm going to do one thing today that's going to help that. And then really try hard to not work with him on other stuff. Like I just stopped caring about his hair. I didn't get his hair cut. I didn't touch his hair. He couldn't stand me to touch his head. I just went. I didn't really work on his diet that much, you know. He barely ate anything. And I was like, you know what? I just said, I'm not going to drive through drive-thrus. I'm not going to give him fast food, you know? So you kind of have to just like simplify it. And what is the one thing that's really challenging? And then what can you do to like help that? And just simplify it. And have fun. Sometimes just say, you know what? If it's a bad day, get in the car and go do something fun. That I wish I even did more.
Okay.
I think we should all do that. We're having a bad day. Just Rebecca and I sometimes do it. We're like, you know what? We're just going to go reflect and eat a good lunch or go for a long walk. We do that.
You have to.
You have to reset. If something's not going right, you got to make the pivot and like reset, you know?
Yeah.
But I can tell G that you're an awesome mom. I can just see it on you.
Oh, thank you.
I can feel your heart right now.
You made my day.
Yeah. It's really beautiful that you're here, you know, that just says so much about you. And I really want to tell you how valuable Jeff is every Lunch and Learn. And I want to tell you, Jay, anytime you can make it to a Lunch and Learn, I think that, you'll get a lot out of it, and we'll get a lot out of having you here. It's a building thing. I mean, sometimes we have 20, 30 people on here, but you know what? It was exactly meant right now that we have the 6 of us on here. I could totally feel that. And, you just embrace it. And I feel like I've learned so much from all of you today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for making time to be our speaker today, Jay.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, let's take a group picture and then we'll post it. Ready? Big smiles. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Love it.
Hope to see you again, G, and meet you in person.
Thank you.
Hey, Jay, we'll stay in touch about that meeting Jim Liner. We'll send you that.
Thank you.
And Jeff, we're getting fired up for your book signing out here.
Yeah, come to our
Looking forward
conference. I'm excited to see you at our conference, Jeff.
G, are you coming to our conference?
I can't make it that day, but yeah, I'll try to make it to like some of the events so that we can talk in person. Thank you for having this, like, this is really precious for me too. Like,
Oh, good.
yes, thank you.
Jay, maybe you can come to the neuroscience conference and bring your life coach.
Yes.
I'd like to meet your life coach. Seriously.
All right.
Okay. If you can make that happen, I'd be super grateful.
Okay. Let me know when is that.
Friday, November 4th.
Okay.
I'll text it to you, Jay.
Yeah, please register and get your
Right.
life coach, even if it's for a little bit.
All right.
And Jeff will be there. Jeff's going to be doing a book signing.
Oh, flying from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be signing his book.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Rebecca, stay on with me. Lupe, it's good seeing you.
Good seeing
Okay.
you.
Thank
Bye.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
Everyone.